Gentlemen, for a love-struck young guy, there's only one place worse to be stuck than jail. The dreaded friend zone. And if you're watching this video, you're probably aware with what this term means. Women or guys saying pretty much the same sorts of things, like, I only see you as a friend, or you're too nice for me. I've seen far too many of my own friends get in friend zoned repeatedly again and again and again by women, and they don't know the reasons why. So hopefully by the end of this video I'm going to give all you guys the tips out there that you need to stop being perceived as that nice guy and actually be perceived as someone of romantic interest. And these tips aren't necessarily about changing you or changing the person that you are, because I believe that all you guys should be individuals. It's just about changing your approach. 5 simple strategies that you can use to stop getting friend zoned and rejected by women. Tip number 1 is you've got to realize once you're in the friend zone, you cannot escape. This may sound daunting, but it's the reality. Once you're in the friend zone, I don't know a single person ever who's actually gone out of the friend zone in this day and age. Decades ago, I think things were a lot different. People sort of went into relationships through friendships, and some people still rely on this sort of thing. But the truth is, that sort of approach just doesn't work anymore. I've discussed with many different women prior to filming this video about their opinions on why men can't seem to escape the friend zone. And the predominant answer was that women are making their minds up on what they see you as straight away. They'll make one decision, whether they see you as a romantic interest, a friend, or something else. And once they've made that decision, it's pretty much impossible to change their perceptions of you. So basically, chaps, if you're currently in the friend zone with someone that you are madly in love with, you've got to realize that it's going to be almost impossible for you to get out of the friend zone, because that woman's already made up her mind that she doesn't find you sexually attractive, so you have to move on. So now let's discuss ways that you can prevent yourself from falling into the friend zone in the first place with your future encounters. Tip number 2, stop being so apologetic. This is one of the main reasons why people who get friend zoned repeatedly are immediately categorized as the nice guy and nothing more. I think what it comes down to is people are too fearful of saying anything, any sort of opinions, risky things to say, anything that's going to potentially clash with the woman, so they end up not really saying much at all. And then when they say anything that could be considered, slightly flirtatiously insulting, they'll immediately apologize for this sort of thing, and it's this apologetic nature that makes you come across as not an alpha male, more the opposite. You've got to have opinions on things. You are never ever going to meet someone who's a perfect match and matches every single one of your opinions. People have different opinions about things, and you don't necessarily have to go into an argument with this woman. You've simply got to show that you're a strong man with reasonably strong views, but you're still considerate of other people's opinions. And when you show that you've got reasonably strong opinions about things, it kind of puts across a more masculine and stronger perception of you as a person, and that's what women tend to find more attractive than this apologetic, pathetic person. Stop trying too hard and making intentional poor jokes. Just go with the flow of the conversation. Tip number 3, make her find you attractive instantly. From the very first meeting, this woman has got to find you somewhat physically attractive. This is so that in her mind she can categorize you, whether she wants to categorize you into the friends category or the potential partners category. But how are you going to go about doing this? The mistake that tons of guys make when they're trying to get out of this nice guy appearance and syndrome is they try and compensate by pretending to be someone else, pretending to have confidence, dressing ridiculously in order to try and put this message across, and it just comes across as false. What you've got to do instead is become more image conscious, not incredibly paranoid about your appearance. You've just got to make confident changes to the way that you look so that people can find you physically more attractive. This includes your personal style and clothing, grooming, if you've got a beard maybe, hairstyles. It's all got to sort of add up and be in place to equal an overall attractive package. And every guy can do this, and that's why my channel is here on YouTube. My channel is EveryMan, because I believe every man can improve the way that he feels about himself and the way that he looks as well. So if you are new to the channel and you haven't checked out any of my videos before, then just click on the videos tab after you finish watching this video and scroll through, and there's everything there you need to know about how to look better, what things look good on different types of men, hairstyles, things that will enable you to make simple improvements to make you look a lot more attractive to women or men, whatever you're into. And this can also include stuff like going to the gym and becoming physically more fit, and that is something that, you can see, has not unfortunately worked for me, and I've tried loads in the past, and you'll know from my previous videos you've seen me talk about this sort of thing before. It's just something that has not worked for me. Straight on to tip number 4 though, and that is make your intentions clear from the start. And this sounds like the most stupidly obvious thing ever. You know, if I fancy a woman, she's got to know that I fancy her, right? But the thing is, loads of guys just don't have the balls to do this. They won't tell the girl that they fancy that they actually like them or that they're attractive. They won't compliment them. They sort of go about it in a very creepy way. They'll be all nicey to the face, but secretly want something. And the thing is, a woman can judge this straight away. She'll sort of go by the impression that he's supposed to be my friend, but I know secretly he likes me, but I don't see him in that way. And boom, just like that, you're immediately friend-zoned. From your very first meeting of this person, if you find them attractive, flirt with them. Even if they have a boyfriend, you can still flirt with them to a limited extent. And I don't mean be really creepy when you're flirting to women. I've already done a video about how to flirt with women confidently and be more confident talking to women. You don't have to go about making specific jokes or anything like that. But she has to know that you find her sexually attractive. And tip number 5, which is one of the best ones on this list, is stop putting women on a pedestal. And I have mentioned this in one video before, but this is something that guys seem to continually be doing constantly all the time, and it drives me mad. They'll talk about this one magical woman that they fancy and she's so perfect in every way. They've got the sort of heavenly angel goggles on when actually they're not seeing the flaws in this person. Nobody is perfect. That person that you've probably got in the back of your mind right now is not perfect, believe me. In fact, I would actually promote analysing the woman in question and seeing what flaws she has. Whether these be physical flaws or personality traits. If you can focus on things that are negative, you're not going to have this heavenly viewpoint on this woman. But do not verbalise these to her because you get a guaranteed slap to the face. But by removing these, magical goggles of heaven, you're going to see this woman for what she actually is, and you can have more meaningful conversations. You can talk to her in a non-nervous way, and that's what you've really got to do. You've got to be confident speaking to this woman, because once she can see you've got the confidence, she's more likely to see that you could be someone of romantic interest for her. So there you go, chaps. That wraps up my top 5 tips to avoid getting friend-zoned by women. The only way you're really going to learn how to effectively flirt with women and avoid getting friend-zoned is to practice again and again and again. And I only know about this stuff because I've made every single mistake in the book myself. Years and years ago, I used to get friend-zoned by tons of the girls that I actually fancied. And it's only by taking a step back and looking at the reasons that you're getting friend-zoned that you can actually then make a change and compensate for these reasons, make the alterations necessary, and then you'll avoid getting friend-zoned in the future. These 5 tips have been absolutely essential for me in changing from the nice guy, the friend-zone guy, to someone that people actually view as an attractive person. You don't have to look like Brad Pitt to attract women, but then again, not necessarily 100% of women are always going to find you attractive because people are different. Nevertheless, all the video ratings are greatly appreciated. I know you've been spamming that like button recently, fellas, like to a crazy extent, so I appreciate every single new subscriber. Every like on the video is welcome. So if you feel like this was useful for you, make sure you let me know by liking the video. And also, if you are new around here, you haven't seen any videos like this before, I pretty much give you the ultimate lifestyle guide on how to look better, feel better in yourself, and go out there and really get what you want from life, whether that's to do with jobs or to do with women. So make sure you subscribe to the channel to get all my videos as they go live, and I'll see you on the next one.